Hello everyone, I'm going to tell you how you can save some money on your home heating costs. This is right here. Boom. Get yourself a programmable thermostat. Now the idea behind this guy is to turn it off when you don't need it. So if you're away at work, have a regular work schedule, traveling, and you're on vacation, maybe you want to keep your house a little bit colder at night when you're sleeping. The simple shift in temperature, like a few degrees, like I think it's 4 degrees either way, something like that, 4 or 5 degrees, will save you a ton of money on your heating bill. When you're sleeping, if you don't mind just putting on another blanket, bundle up, man. Get under them covers, stay warm, and then they have nice warm heat kick on once you wake up. Now, this device that I picked up, I'll have the link in the description for you, but this is the Honeywell, which is a very, popular name, very reliable name with heating. If you haven't heard of Honeywell, you probably haven't had anything to do with HVAC. This is the RTH6580WF model. This is called a smart thermostat. You can control it from everywhere. I wasn't really buying this for the Wi-Fi, where you can connect to your Wi-Fi and then remotely connect using your phone. You can also connect it from a web browser, which is really cool. So literally you can be on the go, be like, oh my God, did I turn the heat off or the air on for the dog or something? You can check and actually see what the temperature of your home is and control it. There's a lot of functionality with this. So this will control your heat and your AC. This will work on old systems, and I'll show you the adapter if you've only got a 4-wire system. You need the 5th wire, which is the C wire. C, I think it's for cyan, the color, it's like blue. You're gonna want this. It also has alerts too. Like if the temperature all of a sudden skyrockets, it's the middle of winter and your home is 115 degrees, your house is probably on fire. Or if your AC dies, middle of summer, let's say it's 90s out and all of a sudden your house is 90 on the inside and your AC might be dead. So that's cool for that. This also works with Google Assistant if you're into that, or the Amazon Alexa app as well. You can control it through your smart home and make your smart home even smarter. That being said, that covers the basics. Now let's get down into the menu interface, and then after that I will show you the installation procedures too, because this will be kind of like a review and what I think of it, and then I'll show you how to use it and implement it, and also where to purchase everything that you may need. This is the main screen for the Total Connect app. It's very simple to use. You can just turn the temperature up and down right from here, and you can put it on a temporary hold, or you can put it on a permanent hold. You can see you can change the heat, to cool, to off. It does keep analytics and crash data. You can turn the fan on or on auto. And then here's the calendar. The calendar can be set through every day of the week. You can set the same temperature, so when you want to sleep, you can simply just change the time and the temperatures. You can set to individual days if you'd like, and just cycle through them. Here's the guide. You can pick whatever days you would like to program. Just set it to weekdays, weekends, or all. And it'll ask you, someone home all day? I'll say no. So when does the first person wake up? You set the time that they wake up. When's the last person leave? When you want to go to sleep. And you can set up, here's your wake, your leave, your return, and your sleep. Pretty straightforward. You can easily delete the periods that you're not going to program. And there you go. I just have it set up for wake and sleep, Monday through Sunday. So from the web interface, what can you do that's different? As you can see, the web app looks very similar to the cell phone app. It has the main menu where you can set the system to heat or cool or off and turn the fan on or auto. You can set the temperature. The one thing that I like is you can get a 5-day forecast for your area, so you can figure out what the humidity and the temperature will be like for the entire week, so it can maybe help you decide on how to program your settings. One of the nice things is too, you can easily see your programmed settings for the week schedule. So as you can see, I've got it set Monday through Sunday to set the heat on at 9:30 in the morning and then turn it off at 12 a.m. when we're sleeping. Also on the web app, this is where you can start getting into notifications. So you can set a notification for notifying you when your temperature is higher than a certain temperature or when it falls below a certain temperature. And like I mentioned earlier, that's kind of nice for if you have a house fire or your air conditioner stops working or your heater stops working. This will help notify you immediately. It also has a notification if communication is lost between the Total Connect Comfort account and the Wi-Fi thermostat. So if your internet for some reason goes down or you're having internal wiring, wireless issues or something, it will tell you so you can actually kind of keep an eye on that as well. Also, if the app fails to communicate with the device, you can just say, hey, let me know if the communication for the request was never received. So if you change your temperature remotely and it's not working, it'll tell you. With the notification settings, you can continue to get repeat reminders for every hour or just notify you when it returns to normal. Also in the web app, this is kind of nice again for probably businesses, for like hotels, for maintenance men. If you have multiple properties, if you have like an Airbnb, you can grant local permissions. Say you have a handyman that needs access to your house or your thermostat. You can grant access to it. You can set the options as well as to what they can do within the app. And there's also applications that you can add in different locations. Also, I forgot to mention, this also works with, this is going to get a little bit more advanced for my techie guys out there, but it also works with IFTTT, which is if this, then that. That is for smart home automation. It also works with smart things. If this, then that is really cool. So what that is for, that's for logic, okay? So let's say you have an entry system, like a blink camera system or something, and you can tell if this and that, if motion is detected from the front door camera to automatically kick on the air conditioner at this level. It's kind of silly, but you can start getting really creative with your chains, right? This system is also for a multi-home system. So if you have multiple thermostats in the same house or you have multiple houses. All right, so that covers all of the basic features and the advanced features. And now let's get into the installation of this thing. If you have already got a 5-wire system, which is the green, white, cyan, or blue, whatever you want to call it, yellow, and red, this is pretty easy. All you're doing is simply popping in the wires into the correct places on the terminal and then pushing on the thermostat onto the mount. Real simple. Now, some systems, older furnaces, may only have 4 wires, which is just the green, white, yellow, and red. No cyan or blue. This wire is kind of an auxiliary power wire. A lot of older homes don't have it. It may just run on batteries for the thermostat, or maybe it's a mercury switch. Like if you have a really old home, like from maybe the 70s, you're probably only going to have 4 wires. If this is the case, you can get an adapter from Honeywell for free. Let me show you what that looks like. I'm not going to get too into it, but this little adapter, all it's doing is adapting the 4-wire system and adding a 5th wire. So you can run 5 wires up to your thermostat. Now, you're going to have to run a new thermostat line in order to do this, and that's kind of a pain in the butt because a lot of times they're stapled into the studs on the wall. I'll let you figure that part out. Fishing wire is not fun. I was able to pull the wire through my wall using the existing wire. It still was a little bit challenging, but I got it through. My system was unfortunately just cut off kind of funny. I didn't need the box, so I didn't use it. The 5th wire was just cut off from the thermostat, the way they wired it. This is going to be again with my system. So you can see the blue wire or the cyan wire that was supposed to run all the way to my thermostat. They just cut it off here in the basement and just spliced it to a red wire. That red wire is running to my air conditioning central air condenser, excuse me. And the white wire from my AC condenser is running to the yellow wire, which is right. They just tied in 3 wires. The white wire from the air conditioning condenser, the yellow wire from the furnace, and then the yellow wire running upstairs to my thermostat. So hopefully that's not too confusing. This was kind of wired kind of crazy. To try to clarify how this should be wired up, as you can see, the outdoor condenser to your air conditioner, it runs to your furnace directly. That's where it's supposed to go, not spliced in the middle like mine is. So the red wire, you can see on the right there, runs into the Y/Y2, and the white wire, which in this diagram has a C on the right hand side, runs into the C on the furnace side. And that's how it's supposed to be hooked up. If you don't have a central air system, then you don't have to worry about this part with the wires on the wiring diagram, with the red wire and the white wire coming from the condenser on the right hand side. So I hope I didn't confuse everybody too much, but there's 2 wire systems like I mentioned before 4-wire or 5-wire. If you don't have the C-wire, what they call in the instructions, which is a cyan or blue color wire, then you're going to need to get the adapter. There is instructions that come with the Honeywell kit to get the adapter. There's a code, a coupon code, to get it off the Honeywell site for free, so you can adapt an old system to work with your new system. The first thing I would like to mention before you guys do any of this, these are electric lines, okay? You can shock yourself if you're not careful. Power off your furnace. Cannot stress that enough. Find the circuit breaker. It's in the instructions in the manual as well. That's the very first step, is figure out how to turn off the power before doing any of this, because I'll tell you right now, you can shock yourself or you can do damage to your system if you, create a short or whatever. Otherwise, this is very easy to do. I don't think it takes somebody like a contractor to figure out how to do this. This is a very simple, how-to guide for any novice. You can also check before you purchase one of these, which one you have. To pull off your thermostat, you can do it. I would turn off the furnace from your thermostat, and then you just pull the device straight off. It's gonna have a little bit of friction to it because they're pins that all thermostats connect by. So it'll pull straight off though if you're careful. I doubt you'll break it, just be careful. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. I'll try to help you. I'm not a licensed contractor or anything, and this is, do at your own risk thing. I just wanna put that disclaimer in there, not that it matters. So, how do I like it? I absolutely love it. I had a programmable 7-day thermostat programmable in my old house, and I didn't like that one too much because you had to do all the programming from the little LCD screen, and it's really hard. Sure, they got these fancy Nest ones where you just turn the dial and do all that stuff. Yeah, you could get one of those as well. But honestly, Honeywell, like I said, it's name brand. That's a better brand than Nest is. I don't know who owns or makes them, but they've been around a long time. And the nice thing is, as well, is this looks just like a normal thermostat. So if you want to turn the temperature up or down, you got your up or down buttons. You can do everything from the menu. It's not terribly hard to program things from the menu, but I would rather just do it from my phone. It's much easier. And once you have it set up, I don't know that I'll ever touch the thermostat buttons again. What's the point? I can just do it from my phone. If you're interested in purchasing one of these, please click the links below. I can link you to both the thermostat and the adapter, but the adapter you should be able to get for free, like I said before, from Honeywell. So don't purchase it if you don't have to. It's like 25 bucks. So if you enjoyed this, please subscribe, like the channel, do all that stuff that people tell you to do. Check out my other videos as well. I'm pretty handy, and I will definitely take on any challenge around the house. I like doing restoration and home projects, so stay tuned, guys. Till next time.